Hello boys and girls, this is Miss Kristen here from MGL Library. Today I'm going to get you started on what's called Pysanky. Pysanky is a really beautifully decorated egg. It's a popular Easter pastime in the Eastern European countries such as the Ukraine. Now in your quest packet, if you picked one up, you should have had some examples of different Pysanky designs that you can sketch out on paper first. And you should have received a paper clip, and we will be using that to hollow out our raw egg today. Here's a picture of actual Pysanky done. Let's see if y'all can see that okay. Really beautiful, intricate designs. They use egg dye and beeswax and hours and hours and hours of awesome art. This one is more of a modern interpretation done by younger people, so it's a little bit simpler, a little bit more approachable for us who do not do Pysanky every Easter. All right, so these ones have just been sketched out with a pencil and then outlined with a Sharpie, and that's all you're going to have to do. If you do have paint, you can paint them and give them bright colors, but if not, really just using pencil and Sharpie makes them look cool. All right, so you are going to want something to contain your egg yolk, a raw egg. I did mine over the sink earlier, but we're just going to use the bowl for right now. A paper clip, you want to unfold it, and that should be in your quest kit, and a tack or a push pin. Now you don't have to have a tack, I just find it easier to do this with a tack. So step one, this is a raw egg. On the top of the egg or bottom either side, you're going to press down your tack to punch a hole. Now you're not whacking it, you're just pressing it down and wiggling it a little bit. Okay, you don't want the hole too small. Okay, turn it, do the same thing on the other side, press down. It's okay if you crack it a little bit. See how I kind of wiggled it to make it a little bit bigger of a hole? Good. And then I'm going to take my unfolded paper clip and place it in and move it around the side of the egg several times. Now this kind of tears up the membrane of the egg and helps that egg yolk want to come out. All right, and as I'm wiggling, I can widen the hole a little bit, make it a little bit easier for me to break it out. There you go. And you know it's ready to have your egg blown when you see the juice dripping out a little bit, when it's dripping. Okay, from there, and I'm not going to do this on the video, you are going to take a deep breath, put your mouth on the egg, and press out, blow out as hard as you can to get the egg yolk out. So I'm going to pause the video, go do that, and come right back. And we're back. So my raw egg is all nice and in this bowl. I don't need to use it for anything except scrambled eggs or something else later. I have washed off my egg. Again, when you're blowing out your egg, make sure you do not breathe in. You do not want any raw egg bits in your mouth. That's super gross. All right, so it's nice and clean and it's light and empty. It's not going to rot out on the inside. Now, if we were from the Ukraine, we would take a little bit of beeswax and seal up these two holes. You could also use a little bit of Elmer's glue and kind of paint it on top, anything to seal it up to make sure it doesn't keep leaking. And then you're going to want to take your pencil and sketch out your design. You can make any kind of design you want. On the quest kits, you had the traditional Pysanky design ideas, and you're welcome to use those. But for me, when I look at an egg and think of all the designs I could do, I get a little overwhelmed. So to help myself, try to break it down into 4 spots by just dividing it to 4 little sections. Pick a pretty simple design in each section. Okay, and remember with the pencil, you can always erase and fix it up and change it however you like. So let's say right here, I want to do kind of a star shape or snowflake shape. I'm just doing simple lines, leaving it really loose, really sketchy, knowing that I can fix it up later with my Sharpie. So that way you're putting a lot less pressure on yourself You can take something very simple, like a snowflake or a starburst design, and make it fancier later. I'm just going ahead doing a little bit of texture here with these little lines going out. And this is probably a project you want to do with an adult, especially if you are not used to doing a raw egg blowing or have not tried to do Pysanky before. And the full details of this design is going to take me quite a bit because good art tends to take quite a bit of time. So I'm going to go ahead and stop this video here and keep on drawing for fun, just like I hope you're doing. I would love to see your artwork. Feel free to post it or bring it in and show me, or just be happy to share it with your parents or whoever you live with, your brothers, your sisters, your aunts or uncles, your friends, whoever. When you're done with your pencil, feel free to outline with a Sharpie. And then if you have colored Sharpies, you can do a color Sharpie. You can also use paint. You can paint it in. The only thing I would not suggest that you do is do not use regular markers because those will wipe off with your fingers. It will not stay on the egg. All right, guys, that's it for today. I hope you had a wonderful Easter, or have a wonderful Easter if you're watching this before. Don't forget to be awesome, and goodbye.